Welcome back to our channel, Valuable Coins Hub. These rare Lincoln penny coins make people rich. Let's find out why. Don't miss out one of these who know a single coin make you rich. Number 1. Today, have you ever looked at a simple penny and thought, this could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? What if I told you that one small copper coin, a 1982 Lincoln penny, could be hiding in your pocket or piggy bank right now, and that it's not just old metal but a rare treasure that collectors all over the world are chasing like gold hunters? Today I'm going to take you on a journey into one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in American history, the 1982 Lincoln penny. But don't blink, because this isn't just any ordinary coin. This is a coin that changed US mint history forever, and if you're a collector or even just a curious coin lover, this might just be the most important penny you'll ever hear about. Back in 1982, something very unique happened at the US Mint. It was a year of transition, confusion, and yes, error coins that would later become legendary among collectors. The Mint was shifting the composition of pennies from 95% copper to a cheaper zinc core with a thin copper coating. That may sound like a small change, but what it did to the world of coin collecting was massive. And here's where the magic starts. During this transition, both copper and zinc pennies were struck in the same year. But not all of them were the same size, same weight, or even the same type of lettering. There are 7 different varieties of the 1982 penny, and one of them, the 1982 D small date copper penny, is one of the most valuable and rarest coins you could ever dream of finding. Now let's make it even more exciting. For years, collectors believed that the Denver Mint only made the 1982 small date penny in zinc, until one day, someone discovered a 1982 D small date in pure copper. Yes, copper. This was completely unexpected and broke every rule we thought we knew about this coin. It was a once-in-a-generation discovery, and now this variety is like the holy grail for Lincoln cent collectors. Can you imagine having one of these coins in your hand? One of them was sold at auction for over $18,000. Yes, you heard that right. One penny, worth more than $18,000, and others have gone for thousands depending on condition, mint mark, and variety. In cities like Dallas, Chicago, and even coin expos in Florida, collectors have been known to shell out serious cash for a verified 1982 D small date copper penny. But hold on, the thrill doesn't end there. There are also error coins from 1982 that can make your jaw drop. Coins with double dies, off-center strikes, and even wrong planchet errors have sold for shocking prices. These mistakes are not flaws. They're treasures, because every time the US Mint makes an error and it escapes into circulation, it becomes a rare anomaly worth collecting. These coins don't just hold historical value, they're conversation starters, auction block stars, and museum pieces all in one. If you're a collector or thinking about becoming one, here's a golden tip: get yourself a precision scale. The copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, and the zinc ones only 2.5 grams. It might sound technical, but that tiny difference could be the clue that tells you you're holding a coin worth thousands. Also, use a magnifier to check the date style. There's a small date and a large date in 1982, and the small date is where the jackpot lies. Imagine picking up a penny off the ground, dusting it off, and realizing it's not just change, but a once-in-a-lifetime coin that could change your financial future. That's the magic of coin collecting. That's why collectors, young and old, keep searching, keep learning, and keep chasing the next rare find. Before we wrap up, just think about this. A single coin that once bought a piece of candy now has the power to pay for a used car, a vacation, or even a semester of college. The 1982 Lincoln penny is not just metal. It's a piece of American history. It's a minting mystery. It's a rare treasure that continues to shake the world of coin collectors even decades later. So if you have a jar of pennies sitting at home, go check it now. We might just be talking about a small fortune hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of coin lovers. I bring you thrilling stories, rare coin facts, and money-making discoveries every week. So stay tuned, because your next treasure might be just one coin away. Thanks for watching, Coin Family. Number 2, what if I told you that a simple penny from the year 1987 might just be more than what it seems? that it could be hiding a rare error or a minting twist that could turn it from a common coin into a collector's dream. Today, I'm going to take you deep into the world of the 1987 Lincoln penny and show you why this 1-cent coin is turning heads across the country. You might be surprised to know that this is not just another copper-plated coin. This is a coin that could hold value far beyond its face, but only if you know what to look for. Now stay with me because this is not just a history lesson. This is a collector's treasure hunt. In 1987, the United States Mint struck Lincoln pennies as usual, with the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But here's where it gets exciting. The 1987 penny is known for some rare and very valuable errors that only a sharp eye can catch. This is not some urban myth or made-up tale. These coins exist and they are being scooped up by collectors who know exactly what they're looking for. Coins with die breaks, off-center strikes, double dies, and even transitional planchet errors from earlier years have been found in 1987 issues, and these types of errors are what turn a regular penny into a spotlight coin at auctions. One of the most thrilling finds is the 1987 penny with a double die reverse. If you happen to find one where the lettering on the back, especially the words 1 cent or United States of America, appears slightly doubled or shadowed, you could be holding a coin that collectors are ready to pay top dollar for. These kinds of doubling errors aren't always easy to spot, which is what makes them so desirable. Let's add to the thrill. There are also stories of 1987 pennies that were mistakenly struck on foreign planchets, meaning the coin was accidentally created using metal meant for another denomination or even another country. Imagine finding a 1987 penny that weighs less or sounds different when dropped. That's not just cool. It could be extremely valuable. Collectors from cities like Philadelphia, Atlanta, and even smaller markets like Des Moines have reported these rare error pennies selling in coin shows and auctions for eye-popping prices. One extremely well-preserved 1987 double die penny, graded by a top coin grading service, was reported to have been sold in a collector's expo in New York for over $900. So if you've got a jar of old change or a drawer full of pennies, now is the time to check. You never know when a regular-looking coin could actually be a small fortune waiting to be discovered. It happens more than people think. Ordinary folks finding treasure right under their nose. Now here's a tip just for my collector family watching this video. Always use a magnifier or a jeweler's loupe when inspecting pennies from the 80s. Look closely at the lettering, the date, the edges, and even the color of the coin. If anything looks off, if the design seems misaligned or the details look shadowed, it might not be a flaw. It might be your lucky find. And don't forget about coin grading. If you find a clean 1987 penny that looks like it just left the mint, especially with no scratches or wear, it could be worth sending to a professional grading company. A high-grade coin with an error is where the real money comes in. The 1987 penny might seem ordinary to the untrained eye, but for those who know what to look for, it's a sleeper hit in the coin world. It's the kind of coin that can slip through generations, hidden in jars and drawers, only to one day be recognized for its true value. That's the beauty of coin collecting, the thrill of the unknown and the reward of patience. So before you spend that penny or let it roll away under the couch, take a second look, because you might just be holding a tiny piece of American minting history, a coin that's not just worth 1 cent, but possibly $900, or even more depending on condition and rarity. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of the 1987 Lincoln penny, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more exciting coin stories, collector tips, and rare finds that you'll want to add to your own collection. I'm here to bring you the most fascinating coin facts every single week, and we're just getting started. Number 3. I'm going to show you how a 1980 Lincoln penny could turn into a jackpot for coin collectors and possibly even for you. This isn't just about a copper coin from decades ago. This is about discovering hidden treasures where most people never even think to look. So don't blink or skip ahead because in this video I'll reveal the secrets behind the 1980 penny, the unique errors that make it a collector's dream, and why this 1-cent coin has been catching the eyes of experts and collectors across America. If you're a coin lover or even just curious about the world of rare US coins, you're in the right place. Now, the year 1980 might seem like just another normal production year for the US Mint, but in the world of coin collectors, this was a very exciting time. These pennies were made mostly of copper, which already gives them more weight, value, and appeal compared to modern zinc versions. But what really makes the 1980 penny stand out are the errors and varieties that slipped through the cracks. We're talking about real minting mistakes that happened during the high-speed production process. And when those errors escape the mint and reach circulation, they instantly become collector gold. For example, there are double-die obverse 1980 pennies where Lincoln's face, the word liberty, or even the date shows doubling. These are rare and extremely sought after by coin experts who know their value. And that's not all. There have also been reports of 1980 pennies with off-center strikes, where the design is visibly shifted or incomplete. Some even have die cracks, where a line or break appears across the coin like a scar. But instead of lowering its value, that flaw makes it even more rare and collectible. Imagine finding one of those in your coin jar at home. The 1980 Lincoln penny comes in two major mint marks, from the Philadelphia Mint with no mark and the Denver Mint with the letter D under the date. Both versions have shown up over the years with valuable minting errors, especially from Denver, where speed often led to unexpected flaws. In recent years, collectors have paid serious money for these coins, especially in high-grade condition with clear visible errors. For example, a beautiful 1980 D Lincoln penny with a strong double die error and almost no signs of wear was sold in a coin auction in California for over $600. And another one with a visible off-center strike and full original luster was bought in a private collector deal in Texas for around $450. You don't need to be a millionaire to start collecting these coins. You just need patience, knowledge, and a sharp eye. Always check your change. Look inside old piggy banks. Search through those dusty jars of pennies, because the chances of finding a valuable 1980 penny are more real than you think. Now here's a pro tip for all my fellow collectors out there. Always weigh your 1980 pennies. The correct weight for copper pennies is 3.11 grams, and if you find one that weighs less, it could be an error struck on the wrong planchet. Also, use a magnifier and check closely around Lincoln's face and the lettering. Doubling can be subtle, but once spotted, it changes everything. And don't forget about coin grading. A 1980 penny in mint state condition, meaning it still has its original shine and barely any wear, can go from being worth just face value to hundreds of dollars instantly if paired with an error or high-demand variety. Getting it graded by a trusted coin grading service can multiply your chances of selling it to a serious buyer. There's something magical about the Lincoln Penny series. It's America's longest-running coin design, and it's full of surprises. The 1980 penny stands as one of those unexpected stars, quietly valuable, often overlooked, but full of potential if you know what to search for. Collectors from all over, from New York to Arizona, are actively searching for high-grade or error 1980 pennies, and demand has been growing in the past few years as more people return to coin collecting. Auctions, online marketplaces, and coin shows are regularly listing these for hundreds of dollars depending on condition and rarity. So next time you're holding a 1980 penny, remember, it might just be a lot more than a coin. It might be a piece of history and a pocket-sized treasure waiting to be discovered. Number 4. What if I told you that a 1989 Lincoln penny could actually be a rare and valuable treasure hiding in plain sight? Today, I'm going to open your eyes to the secret world behind this common-looking coin. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at your change the same way again. The 1989 Lincoln cent might not scream rare at first glance, but that's exactly why it's so exciting. The thrill of coin collecting doesn't always come from old centuries or precious metals. Sometimes it comes from overlooked years like 1989, where hidden errors and production quirks have turned regular coins into sought-after collectors' items. This year, the United States Mint produced hundreds of millions of pennies, but during such massive production, tiny mistakes started slipping through. Mistakes that only sharp-eyed collectors spotted, and those mistakes are what make some 1989 Lincoln cents highly valuable today. One of the most thrilling types found from this year is the double die error. Some 1989 Lincoln pennies show clear signs of doubling in the lettering on the front, especially around the words Liberty and In God We Trust. This doubling can sometimes be seen even with the naked eye, and when confirmed by experts, these coins can skyrocket in value. Now let's talk about off-center strikes, another rare and exciting error from 1989. Imagine a coin where Lincoln's head is shifted to one side or even cut off slightly. That's not a manufacturing defect. That's a minting mistake, and it can add serious value to the coin. These kinds of off-center pennies are incredibly appealing to collectors because every single one is unique. There are also cases of broad strikes, where the coin wasn't struck inside the collar properly, causing it to spread out with a larger diameter and softer edge. These kinds of coins really stand out when compared to regular pennies, and the more dramatic the error, the more interest and value they tend to carry. Now here's where it gets exciting for collectors and everyday folks alike. There are stories of 1989 pennies being sold for hundreds of dollars, just because they had the right error or were in near-perfect condition. One 1989 Lincoln penny with a dramatic off-center strike sold at a coin show in Michigan for over $300. And that was a circulated coin with some wear on it. Imagine what an uncirculated version could go for. Another example is a verified 1989 double-die obverse penny that was graded and authenticated. It sold in a Texas collector auction for around $420. That's a massive return on a coin that originally cost just a penny. So now you might be wondering, how do I find one of these valuable 1989 pennies? The answer is simple. You start looking. Go through your coin jars, check your old collections, ask family members to let you peek into their change stash. These coins don't glow or sparkle. They hide in plain sight, waiting for someone like you to uncover them. Here's a helpful tip for all my collector friends watching. Always carry a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe with you. When you're inspecting 1989 pennies, focus closely on the date, the lettering, and the edges. Look for doubling, unusual spacing, or alignment issues. If the coin feels off-center or the rim looks uneven, that could be a big clue. Another great tip, check the weight. By 1989, pennies were being made from copper-plated zinc, so they should weigh around 2.5 grams. If you find one that's heavier or lighter than that, it could have been struck on the wrong planchet or carry a transitional error, and that could boost its value even higher. Collectors from coast to coast, from Los Angeles to Charlotte, are constantly on the hunt for 1989 era pennies in high-grade condition. These coins have been sold in estate sales, coin expos, and online auctions, and demand has only been increasing as more people return to the world of coin collecting and discover the thrill of these tiny treasures. So whether you're just starting your coin journey or you're already deep in the collecting world, don't overlook the 1989 penny. It's one of those coins that surprises people, a sleeper coin that hides value where you least expect it. The right combination of error and condition could turn your 1-cent coin into a multi-$100 find. And yes, just to be clear, a 1989 Lincoln penny with a strong double die or off-center strike has sold for over $420 in the US market. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the hidden world of the 1989 Lincoln penny, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join our fast-growing coin community. We talk real stories, true values, and uncover rare coins that most people walk right past without ever knowing. This channel is for collectors, treasure hunters, and anyone who loves the idea that history and value can hide in the smallest places, like a penny from 1989. Number 5. What if I told you that a simple penny from the year 1994 could hold a secret worth hundreds of dollars? What if I told you that right now, sitting in your change jar or even in your pocket, could be one of the most exciting and valuable small coins from modern American coin history? This isn't just about a regular coin from the 90s. This is about a 1994 Lincoln penny that collectors across the country are searching for day and night. So if you love coins, or if you're just starting to explore the thrill of collecting, you do not want to miss this video because today we're diving deep into the story, the rarity, and the value of the 1994 penny. And some of them are worth far more than just 1 cent. Now the Lincoln penny has been around for over 100 years, but each year tells a different story, and 1994 was no exception. Most people passed these coins without a second thought, but hidden among the regular strikes were a handful of very special errors that turned this common coin into a prize find for collectors. One of the most talked about errors from 1994 is the double die obverse. That means the front side of the coin, the side with Abraham Lincoln, shows doubling in the lettering, especially in Liberty or the motto "In God We Trust," or even on the date itself. If you've ever looked closely and thought the letters looked blurry or shadowed, don't ignore that. It might be more than just a trick of the eye. It could be a double die, and that's where the real value comes in. Another exciting error is the off-center strike. Imagine a coin where Lincoln's portrait is not where it's supposed to be, maybe shifted to the side or cut off slightly. This is not damage. It's a minting mistake that slipped through quality control and landed straight into circulation. Some of these off-center 1994 pennies have sold for impressive amounts, especially if the date is still visible and the misalignment is dramatic, and don't forget about the broad strike errors. These coins appear slightly stretched with a flat rim because they were struck outside the retaining collar. Broad-struck 1994 pennies are highly collectible, especially in uncirculated condition with full details. There have also been reports of wrong planchet errors, where the coin was accidentally struck on metal intended for another denomination. Imagine finding a penny that feels lighter or heavier than usual, or sounds different when dropped on a table. That's your cue to weigh it and look deeper, because those kinds of coins are extremely rare and have stunned collectors at auctions across the country. So how much are we talking in terms of value? Well, in 2023, a 1994 Lincoln penny with a strong double die obverse, still in mint state condition, was sold in a collector's auction in Ohio for over $450. And another off-center 1994 penny with about 50% misalignment, still showing the full date and mint mark, was purchased at a coin show in Arizona for $320. That's the power of knowing what to look for. And the best part is, these coins aren't hiding in museums or locked away in vaults. They're in circulation, in jars, in drawers, and in your hands if you know how to spot them. Now here's a quick tip for my fellow collectors and coin hunters. When searching for 1994 pennies, use a magnifying glass and examine every detail. Pay close attention to the lettering and edges, and don't ignore anything that looks slightly off. If the coin looks weird, that's a good thing in the coin world. It might just be your lucky break. Also, weigh your coins. A standard 1994 penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. If it weighs more or less, it could be struck on a foreign planchet or carry a unique composition error, and that means more rarity and more value. And make sure to look at the mint marks. You'll find 1994 pennies from both the Philadelphia Mint with no mark and the Denver Mint with a D. Both have had rare errors show up in circulation and collector circles, and some of those have gone under the radar for years. Collectors from California to New York are constantly looking for high-grade or error 1994 pennies to add to their sets or flip in auctions. It's a hot year that continues to gain attention, and as more collectors enter the hobby, demand just keeps growing. This is a perfect opportunity for new collectors to make a smart find that's affordable but still valuable. So the next time you see a 1994 Lincoln penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look, because you could be holding a piece of numismatic history, and if that coin has the right error or condition, it could be worth far more than you think. And yes, just to make it clear, 1994 Lincoln pennies with strong errors have been sold in recent years for over $450 depending on condition and type of error, and they were found right from pocket change. If you enjoyed this video and want more amazing stories about coins hiding in your everyday life, make sure to subscribe to the channel right now. We're just getting started on this exciting journey into the world of coin collecting, and I've got tons more coin secrets and rare finds to share with you every single week. Thanks for watching and being part of this growing coin family. Drop a like, leave a comment, and tell me what year or coin you want me to cover next. Remember to check your change, stay curious, and never stop searching, because that next big discovery could be hiding in the palm of your hand. Until next time, happy collecting.